and welcome to Oslo, Norway's amazing capital. In this comprehensive city guide, I will take you to the top 10 highlights you need to check out when you visit Norway's capital city. And at the end, I'll provide some additional travel tips on travel times, currency, transport, safety, and so much more that you may find useful for your next visit to Oslo. Oslo serves as the gateway to some of Norway's most breathtaking natural wonders, including the fjords, mountains, and coastal areas. And many Norway visitors may arrive at Oslo's International Airport directly heading into the spectacular nature, stunning natural landscapes, fjords, forests, and mountains of the vast country. But Oslo is worth spending some time in too. Despite its relatively small size, Oslo boasts a vibrant and diverse urban culture. The city is home to trendy neighborhoods, world-class museums, galleries, historical sites, and hip cafes. Oslo also consistently ranks as one of the world's most livable cities thanks to its high quality of life, excellent healthcare and education systems, low crime rates, and abundance of green spaces. If you haven't seen it yet, also make sure to check out my full Norway documentary series and other city guides on Norway and Scandinavia, and subscribe to my channel for more useful travel content. But now, let's get to my top 10 sites to see on your next visit to Oslo. Let's start our journey at Jernbarnetorget. This central square is a significant transportation hub located right in the heart of Oslo. The name translates to railway square in English, reflecting its primary focus as a nexus for various modes of transportation, especially trains. With the adjacent central train station, an important subway station, and a bus terminal, it's an essential location for commuters and travelers. The area around Jernbarnetorget is bustling with activity and offers various amenities such as shops, cafes, restaurants, and convenience stores. And of course, it's a great spot for people watching. Make sure to find the tiger statue on the square for some cool pictures. Passing the ultra-modern library building on the left, let's head over to the famous Oslo Opera House, an iconic cultural landmark located in the Vippa neighborhood, right at the waterfront of Oslo Fjord. The unique building was designed by the Norwegian architect firm Stortinget and features a striking sloping roof that extends to ground level, creating a large plaza that invites visitors to walk on top of the building. The Oslo Opera House serves as the primary venue for the Norwegian National Opera and hosts a wide range of opera, ballet, and musical performances throughout the year, with both traditional and contemporary productions. The main auditorium can accommodate over 1,300 spectators, and since its inauguration in 2008 has become a symbol of Oslo's cultural renaissance and architectural innovation. Its open floor plan makes the building very accessible, and many parts are open to the public and free of charge. Right behind the Opera House, another unique architectural landmark hosts the world-famous Munch Museum. The Munch Museum is dedicated to the life and works of the renowned Norwegian artist Edvard Munch and houses the world's most extensive collection of artworks by the artist. The impressive collection includes paintings, prints, drawings, and sculptures spanning Munch's entire career from his early works to his later, more experimental pieces. One of the most famous artworks housed at the Munch Museum is of course Edvard Munch's iconic painting The Scream. This haunting image depicting a figure on a bridge with a swirling, distorted sky has become an enduring symbol of existential angst and has achieved global recognition. To limit the exposure to light, the 3 versions of The Scream are not on display permanently, but rotate every hour. But even beyond this iconic artwork, the permanent collection and temporary exhibitions are a must-see when in Oslo. The museum building itself was designed by Spanish architect Juan Herreros and just opened in 2021. Its distinctive angular design features a facade of aluminum panels and gives the building a contemporary and visually striking appearance. Strolling along the waterfront area of the Oslo fjord, we make it to the other side of the central bay. This is where the Vippa is located, still a bit of an insider tip for many visitors. Vippa is more than just a traditional food market. It is a vibrant food market and cultural hub and a social enterprise focused on sustainability, diversity and community engagement. The market brings together a diverse array of food stalls, eateries and cultural activities under one roof. Patrons can find a wide range of culinary delights, including street food, artisanal products, international cuisine, and locally sourced ingredients. But the best part might be the outdoor seating area with great views over Oslo Fjord. Just a short walk from the Vippa, we arrive at our next must-see landmark in Oslo, the Akershus Fortress. Also known as Akershus Castle, this historic fortress overlooks the Oslo Fjord, strategically positioned to defend the city of Oslo. The fortress has a rich and storied history dating back to the late 13th century. It was originally built by King Håkon V to protect Oslo from foreign invasions and to serve as a royal residence. Over the centuries, the fortress has been modified and expanded by successive rulers, including King Christian IV, who rebuilt much of the fortress in the Renaissance style during the 17th century. The fortress is a great example of medieval and Renaissance military architecture and includes a variety of structures, including defensive walls, towers, bastions, and gatehouses. It's noteworthy that much of the castle area is accessible free of charge, another argument to spend some time here. Passing the picturesque bay of the Akerbrygge, our next stop is the Royal Palace, a must-see stop for every Oslo visitor. This imposing palace sits on a prominent hill overlooking the city centre and is surrounded by the sprawling palace park. Completed in 1849 in the neoclassical architectural style, it still serves as the official residence of the Norwegian monarch. But parts of the building are even open to the public for guided tours during the summer months. Surrounding the Royal Palace is the Palace Park, a large and beautifully landscaped public park that is open to visitors year-round. If you're lucky, you can spot some of the royal guards and even watch the daily changing of the guard ceremony. Passing the National Theatre and the picturesque gardens around it, we head to the Stortinget, the Norwegian Parliament. The Norwegian Parliament traces its origins back to the 19th century when Norway gained independence from Denmark and established its own constitutional monarchy. The current neo-Baroque building that houses the Parliament was completed in 1866 and has since served as the seat of Norway's legislative branch. Stortinget is responsible for passing laws, approving the national budget, and overseeing the government's activities. It has only one chamber, consisting of 169 representatives, elected by the Norwegian people through a system of proportional representation. Stortinget is right in Karl's Johans Gate, the main street of Oslo. Named after King Charles III John, the street stretches from the Oslo Central Station in the east to the Royal Palace in the west, and serves as a central axis that connects various landmarks and neighborhoods in Oslo. The street was established in the 19th century during the reign of King Karl Johan, who sought to modernize and beautify the city of Oslo. Today, Karl's Johans Gate is not only a transportation artery, but also a vibrant and cultural social hub in Oslo. It attracts locals and tourists alike, who come to shop, dine, people watch, and explore the city's attractions. The street is often bustling with activity, especially during weekends and holidays. Just off Karl's Johan Gate, you can't miss Oslo Cathedral, also known as Oslo Domkirke. This is the main cathedral in Oslo and has a rich history dating back to the Middle Ages. The original church on the site was built around the year 1100, making it one of the oldest buildings in Oslo. Over the centuries, the church underwent several reconstructions and renovations, with the current neo-Gothic structure completed in 1697 after a major fire. For our last landmark in Oslo, we head a bit outside the immediate city center to Frognerparken. Frognerpark is one of Oslo's most famous green spaces, renowned for its beautiful gardens, expansive lawns, lush flower beds, winding pathways and picturesque water fountains. But the most famous attraction within Frognerpark is the Vigeland Sculpture Park, or Vigelandsparken. Vigelandsparken showcases the life's work of the Norwegian sculptor Gustav Vigeland. The park is home to over 200 bronze and granite sculptures, and these sculptures depict various aspects of the human experience and are arranged along a central axis leading to the monolith, a towering granite sculpture standing at the very center of the park. It measures approximately 14 meters or 46 feet in height and is composed of a whopping 121 intricately carved human figures intertwined in a single column. The monolith is considered one of Vigeland's masterpieces and is a focal point of Frognerpark. A visit to Vigeland Sculpture Park is a must-see highlight of any visit to Oslo, so do make sure you check it out when you come here. So these are my top 10 highlights to see in Oslo. Let's now cover a few important questions you may have when planning your visit to Oslo. When is the best time to visit Oslo? Well, the best time to visit Oslo tends to be the summer months of July and August, which offer the warmest and most pleasant weather. Days are long, with extended daylight hours, allowing for more time to explore the city and its surroundings. How long should you stay in Oslo? Well, Oslo is relatively compact, and you can see many of the top 10 landmarks I covered earlier in just one day. But I would recommend to spend at least 2 or better 3 days in the city to really get a feel for it. Like in every city, the longer you stay, the more you get out of it. Where to stay in Oslo? Oslo offers a variety of accommodation options to suit different preferences and budgets. Several hotels are available throughout the city, but for the best value for money and perhaps a more local experience, you may want to consider renting a private apartment or house through Airbnb or other rental platforms. If you're coming with a camper van, you can also find more affordable campsites in the outskirts of Oslo. How to get around in Oslo? Getting around in Oslo is quite easy, thanks to its efficient public transportation system and relatively compact layout. Oslo's city center is very pedestrian friendly, making walking one of the best ways to explore the area. But the city also features an extensive bus network and is connected via railway. Another great way to get around is by renting a scooter or bike, which was my preferred mode of transport. If you come with a car or camper, note that parking in the city is quite pricey, so it might be best to park somewhere in the outskirts and take public transportation into the city. Is Oslo expensive? Well, Oslo, unfortunately, like pretty much all cities in Norway, is rather on the expensive side by international standards. The high cost of living, high wages, and taxes contribute to the overall high prices for goods and services. Hotels and rental accommodations are likely the biggest cost factor, but eating out in restaurants can also quickly become very pricey, with meals and drinks costing quite a bit more compared to many other countries. To save cost, it can be a good idea to buy your own groceries and snacks in a supermarket and cook your meals in an accommodation with a kitchen facility. Entrance fees to museums, attractions and tours will likely be higher compared to other destinations. So this all quickly adds up, but it's still possible to enjoy the city attractions and experiences on a budget with some planning and smart choices. What to bring for a visit to Oslo? Like in most of Norway, the weather can be a bit unpredictable and rainfall is rather frequent. So a waterproof and windproof jacket is essential to stay dry and comfortable. Pack clothing that is suitable for layering, including t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, sweaters and a warm jacket. An umbrella or rain poncho can provide protection during heavy rainfall. In the colder months, make sure to pack a hat, gloves and scarf to protect against the elements. Wear comfortable shoes for walking and exploring the city. A lightweight day pack or backpack can also be useful for carrying essentials such as water bottles, snacks and a camera while exploring the city and surrounding areas. Lastly, of course, bring your camera or smartphone for taking photos and videos of the city's many scenic landmarks. Is Oslo safe? Yes, Oslo is generally considered a very safe destination for travelers. Norway in general has low crime rates compared to many other countries, and Oslo is no exception. However, like any city, it's important to take common sense precautions to ensure your safety. Just remain vigilant and keep an eye on your belongings, and exercise caution, especially at night, and avoid poorly lit or deserted areas. So here we go. With this, I wish you a happy travel to Oslo. Please give this video a like and leave me a comment down below. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel to get updates on my latest travel videos and tips. And make sure to also check out my other videos in beautiful Norway and Scandinavia. Looking forward to seeing you soon again. Have a good one.